Hi everyone, this is Module 12, my case study. So here's a summary of the case. Lightville Community School District is located in a rural area which is about 2 miles from the city of Lightville. The population of students is growing about 2% per year. Therefore, the district has decided to build a new middle school to house the 6th to 8th grade students. Superintendent Joe Rawlings and the school board decided that a new principal should be hired 12 months prior to the new school opening. So then Susan Potter was hired as a new principal, and she was selected by a committee, and she was chosen from a large pool of candidates. After she was hired, Susan decided to create an advisory committee, which includes 4 teachers and 4 parents. Potter decided that she did not want to be the chair of the committee. However, she would want the committee to operate democratically, where each member would have a vote when it comes to making decisions. Helen Burke, which is an English teacher, was selected as a chairperson. She is also the sister of a board member. The committee's first task was to create a mission and vision statements because Susan believes that it should be a collaborative effort. Helen wants Susan to create the mission and vision statements on her own. And the advisory committees agree with Helen and they vote on it. Some legal and ethical issues surrounded the case. In terms of ethical disagreement on how the mission and vision statements should be written. There is no collaboration between Susan, Helen, and the rest of the advisory committee members. Stakeholders, community, parents, and students were not involved in the development of the mission and vision statements. When hiring new staff, it should be based around the mission and vision statements, and the committee members did not follow the guidelines that were created. In terms of legal issues, there aren't any legal issues related to this case. There was no breach of contracts or any kind of discriminatory actions, and no one was being harassed. So there was just a disagreement on how and who should write the mission statement. In terms of what happened, pretty much, the Lightville Community School District decided to build a new school district because of the growing population. Therefore, the superintendent made the decision to hire Principal Susan Potter, who will oversee the project, as well as leading and collaborating with stakeholders to ensure the success of the school. Some facts about the case, in terms of, people who are involved in the facts: the community members, residents who are the farmers, and the new family of Lightville, the students of Lightville Community School District, the 5 school board members, Superintendent Joe Rawlings, the school principal Susan Potter, the architects and construction managers, Vision and Planning Committee, which consists of the 4 teachers and the 4 parents, Helen Burke, which is the English teacher and also a member of the advisory committee and chairperson, Helen's brother, who is a school board member, and Dan Kelby, a physical education teacher and also a member of the advisory committee. In terms of places, this takes place in Lightville Community, so the Lightville Community School District, Lightville Middle School, which is not yet built, the 2 rural township schools, elementary K through 6, and the junior high school grades 7 to 12. Both schools are located 2 miles from the town of Lightville. In terms of programs, grades K through 6 elementary, grades 6 to 12 junior high school, new middle school that will house 6 to 8 grade students that can accommodate approximately 450 students, the advisory committee that will help lead the new school in the right direction. Section 5, so review and prioritize information. The decision to have the new middle school principal write the mission and vision statements alone is considered to be damaging to stakeholders. The people who were involved in the decision-making process were the advisory committee members that Susan Potter put together, which consists of the four teachers and the 4 parents. So students, parents, staff members, community members, and stakeholders should have a say in the mission and vision statement. So it is very difficult for one person to construct a vision and mission statement on their own. As a new leader to the school district, Susan Potter did not have enough information to create this task on her own. So no teachers or staff members should have been hired until the mission and vision statement was created. So all relevant stakeholders were not consulted. The Vision and Planning Committee agreed to the guidelines that were created. However, they were not followed by the members. Also must have a statement that reflects what the community and school want. Section 6, options and possible consequences. Option 1, no action. Principal Potter does not believe that she should write the mission statement on her own. She is a leader who believes in collaboration. However, she does not want to create more conflict with Helen and the rest of the advisory committee. Option 2, Principal Potter decides to move forward with the motion to write the mission and vision statement on her own. However, she will not have any representation from stakeholders, students, parents, teachers, or the community. So Principal Potter can seek additional information from other principals who are already part of the district and get some input from them. So this will kind of give her an opportunity to identify some key components that she can kind of incorporate into the mission and vision statements. Option 3, Principal Potter can create a second committee with students from various grade levels, teachers from different subject areas, and parents. So that way they'll be able to collaborate directly with her and provide her with ideas and input for a mission and vision statement. And this opportunity will kind of give students, parents, staff members an opportunity to have a say in what should be included in the mission and vision statements. Option 4, mission and vision statements should be developed collectively. So therefore, Principal Potter can try to persuade Helen and seek additional support. So she needs the support of the committee in order to create the mission and vision statement. So therefore, she should request a meeting with the advisory committee, board members, and Superintendent Rawling. The goal is to make the advisory committee understand the value of collaboration. And some consequences surrounding these options. So this could create major conflicts between Susan and the rest of the advisory committee. Teachers, parents, and community members can start to question Susan's leadership style and if she's the right fit for the district. Section 7, evaluating options. So here are some pros and cons to my options. So for option 1, so no action, so there's really no pros, and the cons, so there's zero collaboration of effort. Option 2, Principal Potter decide to move forward with the motion. So pros would be Principal Potter can get some support and input from the other two principals, and some cons would be not having any representation from staff, students, parents, stakeholders, and the community. Option 3, Principal Potter creating a second committee. Pro to that is opportunity for collective effort in creating a vision and mission statement. Cons to that is possibility of conflicts between Principal Potter, Helen, and the other advisory committee members. Option 4, Principal Potter trying to persuade Helen of her decision. A pro to that will be this will give everyone an opportunity to kind of sit and chat about reasons why this process should be a collaborative effort, and Susan should be working on this with a team of people. And some cons to that would be superintendent and board members could start to view Susan as a poor leader who is unable to make decisions on her own. This could also create trust issues between Susan, Helen, and the rest of the advisory committee members. Section 8, choosing the best option. In my opinion, I think the best option would be a combination of number 3 and number 4. From my learning about mission and vision statement, it is important for all stakeholders to be involved in creating a plan of action. The stakeholders are everyone who is involved in educating, planning, and making decisions. The members of the advisory committee need to kind of reconsider the decision and agree to work collaboratively with Susan. This will be an opportunity, for the board education members, superintendent, and other administrators to express why the mission and vision statement should be a collaborative effort. It will benefit staff, students, and the community members. Section 9, implementing decisions. So before implementing any decision, really think about what you are most passionate about, your philosophy of leadership, and what your leadership styles are. It's really, really important to research mission and vision statements. Identify keywords that support students, staff, and the community. Share how you plan to create a mission and vision statement collaboratively. Have a conversation with the superintendent and seek collaborations from other principals and administrators. Request a meeting with Helen and the rest of the advisory committee about why collaboration on mission and vision statement is so important. Have a conversation with other staff members about their interest in creating a mission and vision statements. Collaborate with stakeholders and communicate the importance of mission and vision statements to the community, and allow them to share their ideas and what's important to them. Some continuation to implementing decisions: get to know the community. Go out to local businesses, introduce yourself. It's a great opportunity to create relationship with the community members. It's important to develop that connection between the school and the community. Keep the advisory board in the loop in regards to the meeting with the community members and local businesses. This is especially important because it will help you to gather information about the beliefs and value of the community. It will be helpful when building the mission and vision statement. Provide a sample mission and the vision statement. Remind everyone that mission and vision statement reflect who we are as a school community, what we represent, and where we are headed. Collect data and information from the community members, students, and staff. Figure out best ways to analyze and utilize data collected. Work with the advisory committee to create a final version of the mission and vision statements. Section 9, implementing decisions and continue. So what may happen, conflict with the advisory committee, difficulty creating relationship with local businesses and community members, getting support from other principals and administrators. Who needs to know? The advisory committee will need to be informed of the plan and decision. The superintendent needs to know of the plan and action as well. Can you deal with this on your own? Absolutely. However, I think it's important to involve the superintendent, the advisory committee members for a collaborative effort. It's important to gain their support. Warn, clearly and firmly communicate the importance of having a good mission and vision statement. Having feedback and input from everyone involved is crucial. What will you do next if the plan of action doesn't work? Engage with the school board, meet with the advisory committee members, and collaborate with other principals. Reflection on this case. This entire course revolved around reading the assignments and reflect on what you've learned. This case taught me how to apply everything that I learned from all of the modules to a real life situation. It gave me an opportunity to reflect on myself as a future leader and how important it is to collaborate and build relationship with people. This was a very, very difficult situation with a lot of ethical and political conflicts. As a brand new principal, Miss Potter was faced with a lot of challenges. So unfortunately, she failed to build positive relationship with the advisory committee. And as a visionary leader, she did not demonstrate positive leadership when it comes to the decision-making process. So she failed to collaborate with the advisory committee. Throughout this course, I learned that it's important to work closely with the community and understand their value and core beliefs. I also learned how important it is to establish professional norms with staff, students, parents, stakeholders, and the community. As a future leader, I will ensure that the mission and vision statements are created and developed collaboratively with all stakeholders. And here's my reference to the case study, and that is the end. Thank you very much for listening. It was great, working with all of you and seeing all of your presentation, and I hope to cross paths with all of you someday.